Fabulous 103 FM, and it would be fabulous if you subscribed. It's easy. Click the subscribe button, and at the same time, click the like button too. The answer appears to be blowing in the wind. The question? How many times can a coalition put up a candidate for Prime Minister? Over the weekend, Khun Pita, in an effort to show strength amongst coalition partners, clarified that if he or his party can't be Prime Minister, then they would fully back a candidate from Pheu Thai, the party that came second in the election. With Pheu Thai being the favoured party of several ex-Prime Ministers now in exile, they're seen as even less likely to garner the vital Senate vote, but are less extreme in their demands for key laws to be changed. Laws which are at the heart of the unelected senators. Now, though, another hat has been thrown into the ring, as several are predicting that a former Deputy Prime Minister under the previous Prime Minister Prayut and an ex-military man may become a third proposed candidate at some time. And he, of course, would start with several hundred votes in the bank from the Senate. With the vote set for Wednesday and no obvious change in position from either senators or Khun Pita, despite him being the chosen leader of the elected party, it would be a tough climb for him to reach the summit. If, however, over the coming months, were a Pheu Thai MP to be elected now as Prime Minister, then it's possible that Parliament alone could vote on the issue of senators no longer having a vote on the choice of Prime Minister. Then, a later vote could see it all change. At least one complaint is expected to be filed with police and courts by Thai senators, who claim that some vigilantes have posted their business details demanding that they be blackballed following senators not showing up for the vote last week. Those senators also claim that they've been defamed and threatened in some cases. Meanwhile, exchange rates have seen a tumble to the benefit of those outside Thailand, as both the pound and dollar have gained against the baht, as investors show concern at the current affairs here. Most of Thailand, including our own region, are expected to see very heavy rainstorms today through Thursday as a tropical storm strengthens over Vietnam coming our way. This as Thailand's western coastline and regions saw heavy dark clouds and storms most of the weekend. The main front of the new storm is expected to hit Thailand Tuesday, but other storms have blanketed much of the country over the weekend. The Pakistani-Thai dual national Shahrukh Uddin remains in detention alone in Banglamung police station as his cohorts, all charged with the involvement in the killing and dismemberment of a German national, remain tight-lipped in Nong Pru. Uddin, though, is said to be fully cooperating with police, denying that he was an instigator but apparently admitting involvement. And with plenty of evidence that would have been tough to deny. Uddin's location, at his own request away from the others, has been the site of several statements from him, claiming that he was a scapegoat, scared for his life, and that the others had threatened the lives and safety of his family if he didn't comply. Brinkman, a German biker, had put a gun to his head at some point, and that he was forced to aid in the corpse disposal. More statements were taken over the weekend from him and other witnesses, and details will be released early this week. The number of Burmese political refugees in Thailand along the border rose to an estimated 9,000 plus over the weekend. The mostly Karenni escapees fled here to avoid bombing and air attacks by the Burmese military on resistance groups. With an appeal for food and clothing to the public and business sectors, command posts have been set up to avail food and water to many, now camping in makeshift tents. This as the public has been advised to keep back from the areas adjacent to Myanmar, where fighting continues there. On Phuket, a 28-year-old Thai man is currently being held by police after being caught offering for sale on the internet the personal details of some 2 million citizens. With phones, laptops and the like all being checked, and he to hand over his passwords to websites, the former computer engineering graduate traded in personal details, offering the lot for 8,000 baht to all comers. 4:30 Sunday morning, and Pattaya police and medics were called to the Bali High Pier area, where Arabic biker boys had once again been street riding rented motorbikes, but where one had been so busy turning to chat to those behind him that he lost control, scraping against a concrete barrier, and his fellow countryman, a 19-year-old riding pillion, half severed his leg at the knee. Medics were uncertain whether the limb could be saved. With some media using Google Translate, you may have heard that the bike was riding backwards. That, of course, is an unfortunate lack of editing, because scooter bikes don't have a reverse gear. This in the same weekend that police in the city mounted a serious clampdown on Arabic boy racers following more complaints from Soi VC, Yen Sabai and South Pattaya Road residents, stating that most don't wear helmets, rev their bikes to the nth degree and act like tools. In addition to the checks, police are expected to liaise with rental companies to demand that bikes are only rented to those who have valid bike licences. 50 police were involved in the weekend checks that saw crowds of fellow nationals swelling around them as they checked for licences, registration and insurance. And police used translators along with megaphones to quieten the crowd down and explain the law with clarity in their own language. For British locals, good news, as the embassy is expected to approve a replacement local honorary consul. With Bert Elson retiring and saying au revoir this Thursday, his replacement is being duly vetted by UK authorities and not veterinarians to ensure that we will get as good a representative as we had with Bert, who managed during his tenure to hide his quick wit and happy disposition, which may return now as he looks to retirement. And with the Met Office promising highs today of 32 degrees, dropping down to a chilly 27, with a real feel in the sun of 37, and the expectation of a cloudy and breezy day with a couple of thunderstorms, especially later on. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.